Hello again, Struck Quip. Today I'm back on my mage, the Electrode Mage I was leveling last night. I didn't really have time to play more on it, so yeah, it's gonna take a while. And since they've disabled the private test server and the public test server, well, all the other heroes I made cannot be played anymore, so it's gonna take a while. I really don't have the mental capacity to level up again on this game fast. I wish they would make some way of skipping through the story, of skipping the boring story, because I've probably leveled up more than 20 heroes already since the alpha until now. Maybe not 20, but at least 11, 12. We'll see how it goes. Hopefully they open up the test servers soon again, because doing the story over and over again on new heroes is kind of time consuming, and yeah, it's definitely not good for one's mental health to do that much grinding. But yeah, I'm gonna try and get at least this one to level 60, and we'll see how it goes. Wait, where am I? I need to go to the guarded path. They hopefully add some sort of way to, I don't know, skip the story and make endgame only characters. Let's see. Oh, I forgot to post that I'm online on Discord. Right, I'm gonna go there and then post in Discord when I'm on a safe spot. Shatter the Void, so that's not where I need to go. Kind of don't remember where the way was, but I think it's somewhere here. So that's Witching Grounds. Wait, was guarded path? I'm gonna have to kill the enemies and test. I think I know where I need to go. I think I need to go to the passage. Yeah. It's probably up there somewhere. I'm gonna try and find it. Come on, come on. Where is it? It's not here. Damn, I really can't remember which way I needed to go. It's probably over here. Oh yeah, I think yesterday, right before I stopped, I was at Hidden Foes. There we go. But yeah, kind of really bummed about no longer being able to play on the test servers. Was not looking forward to leveling up 13 heroes on this server, especially now that they nerfed the XP rates and the fame rates. If it was possible to level up just with map works, it was possible before. Before I could level up just with map works because I could get three map works bundles every 10 levels. But now you only get 2 map works bundles every 9 levels. And that's gonna be painful. It's gonna be painful to level up 13 heroes in this way, because I'm not gonna be able to just use map works. I'm gonna have to use Fazir, I'm gonna have to do the story on 13 heroes, and that's a lot. That is a lot of heroes. As for the patch, I've uploaded my overview of the patch, part 1 and part 2, on my YouTube channel. Of course, I had to again just talk about the highlights. I couldn't talk about every single patch note, because then I would have needed 4 videos. So I tried to talk about the things I think are a little bit more important and people might wanna know. And there's a lot of stuff in those patch notes, definitely a lot of stuff. So many changes. I will be making relic overview videos. So for every relic I will be making relic overview videos. If I knew they would get the relic, not the relic, if I knew they would get the test servers down, I would have recorded the footage beforehand. But yeah, I didn't, so now I'm gonna have to do a lot of leveling before I can make those videos. A lot of leveling to be able to get every skill in every relic leveled up, and that's multiple heroes, because I can't get every skill in every relic properly leveled up to tier 3 with just one hero. I was planning on using the test server to get for every relic 2 different heroes, for like total of 10 heroes for the 5 relics, so I can show maxed out tier 3 setups of every skill there. Because per hero I can probably get 2-3 active skills per build, and that's not bad. Getting that many relic ones. The other version would be to farm a lot of respectacles. A lot of respectacles probably would be the better way to do it, and just level up 5 heroes, 1 for each relic. Wait, I've already completed this. I don't need to kill it. Oh, I had the waypoint. Wow, I forgot, totally forgot about having this waypoint. Right, let's go kill Netherrim Pylons. Or more like destroy them. Well, there should have been at least one pylon by now. I remember before, when I used to do this quest, there was always one at the bottom, at the start of the map, where I would miss it and have to backtrace. So I'm gonna try and not miss this one pylon this time around.
You're close to dying.
Okay, let's see. I accidentally put something with electric 31, which might be worth keeping. Will they stop coming at me? Really wish they would finally add a way to pause the game when you're playing solo. So with this one my damage will kind of fall. I mean, over here it increases. And I'm probably gonna go for it. I'm losing the damage with Unholy Bolt, I'm losing the Dark Skills damage, and my Consecration no longer poisons, but I think it's better playing that way. I think it would be better. Or I could do this, but that's only 36, it just doesn't seem worth it. 51 damage is what? Just testing the damage of Unholy Bolt now. Right, not too fancy, but it still crits for 100. Alright, let's keep moving. So far I don't think I've missed a Netherine Pylon. This is the first one I'm encountering, I'm hoping.
Guard duty shifts. 6 to 10, Nubby. 10 to 4, Numbnut. 4 to 4:30, done. 4:30 to 8.
Alright, let's see, maybe it's here.
To 6, Roger. You know what you did, Roger. You can't cast that.
Right, am I safe now? Am I safe? I think I'm safe. Alright, I just need to quickly... Just need a moment. Okay, it's my pet fighting, never mind that. I think there's a pylon here. I have a feeling I need to go this way for the third one. Or maybe not.
That spell cannot be cast.
Maybe this way. Oh, good thing I didn't need to return. Good thing it's here. Was that this guy, the one with the pylons, the pig thing? Strong Tusk, yeah, that's the one. Here, piggy.
That spell cannot be cast.
Come on. This takes so long to finish. And the Pyrons normally take longer to DPS than Strong Tusk himself, which is such a weird mechanic. Look at how long it takes to destroy this. And mind you, I'm playing on the easiest difficulty. If things are taking this long to down the easiest difficulty, it definitely needs some improvements in this regard. Come on, come on. No, 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 don't. There we go. Man, if I didn't have Chaotic Strikes as a 1-point skill, I would not have been able to do anything to this boss. It would have taken so long to do it without that skill.
You are overloaded.
44 eyes. Now I wish I had a nice a nice passive 28 electric pistol, pretty decent. When was the character SWAT unlocked? 35.
You can't cast that spell here.
Oh wow, there's a lot of them here. Oh, there's another one there. Oh, and the hound. Alright, I'm gonna line of sight them. Where did the hound go? Okay, so the pistol was 28 instead of 31. This makes my DPS 40 instead of 51, but that's because of the crit chance. Let's say I look at this attack, 40, 37, only 3 difference. I can still use this one. Bet, go and sell. There's a side zone here. Alright, let's just loot everything we can loot. I think that's it for this one. I'm gonna go to the town. Just gonna clear this this group of enemies quickly. Alright, let's go to the town, collect my reward, and see the next quest. I think it was Witching Ground next, but since I've discovered 2 different zones, I kind of forgot which one was the next one. So let's just wait and see.
You have gained a quest. You can't do that.
I'm probably gonna start saving some points. At 15 I'm on Walking Whitening Strike and Conjure Electrode, and I really want to test Conjure Electrode to see how it will go. I don't think it's gonna go great, but just in case. Yeah, let's save the points.
Gear for coin. Gear for coin. You come back.
This level 2 Unholy Boat.
Just who I wanted to see.
Oh, electric damage, blue tack.
If you have money, I got gear. Oh, you'll be.
Oh, and we've got some stuff here.
Gear for coin. Gear for coin.
Should I start gambling for something? I'm gonna check what I need the most right now. I'm gonna
wanted
gamble
to
for
see.
chest.
Oh, you'll be
This isn't bad. Damage to goblins. I'm probably gonna need it for a bit more, but eventually I'm gonna have to change to something different.
gear for coin. Gear for coin. Oh,
And what else do I need? Let's say
If you have
gauntlets.
money, I got gear. You come back with more coin.
Damage with light skills. Now I really want white skills. Damage.
Just who I wanted to see.
And we're done with the gamble. We got a couple of blue items. Not bad. Worth it. Totally worth it. Now what's my quest? Let's kill this. What level are they here? 14, okay.
Invasion, incursion, destruction, derision. Long get soaked in a pointless war. Rise to face your progeny. Destroy your own offspring. Revenge on your masters. Arise now and hereafter.
Death is upon me.
Okay, let's keep moving. Is this guy blazing as well? Gravity pool. Alright, not too bad. Better than blazing. Where is that Lily? She should be pretty close now. Oh, sorry, I accidentally touched my microphone. I'm just gonna go for Lily. I'm not gonna kill every single enemy, just the elites and her. Okay, let's get more to spawn. There should be a few more here. Interesting, they didn't spawn there. Let's get her to follow me in the choke point. Is she not gonna come here?
Your health is low.
No, she constantly keeps summoning new enemies. Endless ads. Yeah, shit. There we go.
You have a new quest.
I just send it home. I don't think I've got this skin yet. But yeah, it feels like I'm playing on ridiculous and not on practice. Why are the bosses doing so much damage and so hard to kill? Before the patch, when I was playing on ridiculous, I was completing the story much quicker on mage and sharpshooter than I'm doing it now on mage with the 50 or whatever percent I've got whitening damage. I've got 30% whitening damage, focusing on a whitening damage weapon, and I don't know why it still feels like I'm completing stuff much slower than before. Did they really make things that much stronger? Alright, let's go to the void.
No killing herbs. Remember, them weird purple things are picking us well. Try not to kill any of them.
At least I know where to go. Let's see, maybe let's keep going and not kill stuff. Probably gonna be kind of underpowered if I reach the boss now without leveling up at least to 14. I'm gonna be under geared, but we'll see how it goes. Right, almost killed it. If I can get 15 before that boss fight, it's gonna be nice, but I don't think even if I kill every single enemy in this dungeon, I'm probably not gonna get it. I could do map works, but I wanna save those. Oh, this way. Yeah, I'm not gonna get 600 XP even if I kill every little netherine on this map. Feel like Brow's gonna be very hard if they're buffing everything, and if we feel this underpowered, it's gonna be a tough fight. Let's see what's here. And Vincent John says, did they do the reset? Yeah, they already wiped. You can start playing again from scratch. I would not have been leveling up a new hero if I didn't have to. Believe me, especially if it was before the wipe. I would not have been bothering to level up a new hero. It's just that this game has one of the worst leveling processes I've seen in a game. It's just so boring and so bad for the mental health to do the story in this game. At least to me, that it's terrible. I mean, it makes me feel like shit leveling in this game. How boring and slow it is. And I wish I could level up with mapworks, and I could, but now they nerfed the mapworks, so we can't get as many mapworks as before. And it's yeah, the game is good, but not the leveling up and the story. The story is mediocre at best as a story, but I don't care about story in games. I'm not the person who plays games for the story. I play games for the farming, for the gear, for the wood. And this game has enough wood and enough things to keep me busy, to make me wanna make new builds, experiment with new items, combining them with different skills. But the whole process of reaching max level is terribly bad. Especially now, after they nerfed the XP rates and they nerfed the drop rates. And they basically made it a much less pleasant experience to do. Even on the easiest difficulty, where I'm supposed to be having a walk in the park, it feels terrible. And it's very time consuming. Reaching max level is very time consuming. I understand why they don't wanna do like some other games that allow you to just make an endgame only hero once you have completed the story on one hero or on one quest, to be able to make an endgame only version. How? I was not in the line. How did this even hit me? Of course she's gonna teleport in the worst possible time. How are they hitting me? I'm definitely not in the lines.
Don't hold back.
I'm definitely not in the lines on my screen. How are they hitting me?
Let's make it interesting. Make it interesting.
Come on, come on.
Let's make it interesting. Get ready. Get ready. Too slow. Not today.
How? See, it hit me without me being there. I was in the middle between two lines,
Let's make
in the very middle.
Stay on your toes. Make it interesting. Dodge me. This should be fun. There. Let's make it interesting. Get ready. Should be fun. There. Should be fun.
Come on, almost there.
This should be fun. Get back.
Did you notice she's bugged? She's not doing the pet summons and the illusion summons. So that's pretty buggy. If she's not summoning her pet and she's not summoning her illusions, this seems like a bug to me.
This should be
She seems to only have one phase
Stay on your toes.
where she's just doing nether wells and ranged attacks and the melee spin.
Be fun.
She should be summoning a wolf like Royal Shasta on the sharpshooter. She should be making clones, illusions or whatever they're called. Something must have gone wrong when they were changing stuff. And Felix says, "Sir, can you explain the meta build with Bane and Realm Master you were talking about yesterday?" Yeah, I can try and explain it. I can't log on a Realm Master to show you, because they wiped the test servers. But basically, you want a flamethrower car, you want shotgun car, and you want shocking rounds along with the build train. Then you want to max out miasma, and you want to be spamming miasma as much as often. You want to max out the poison passive. I forgot the name. Spread of death. You want to max out spread of death. You want to max out puppet master. You want to get at least 1 point. 1 point in the final relic skill, the arachnid assault, and that's pretty much it. You might put 1 point into spectral spiders, but since you're gonna be doing miasma, you probably shouldn't. Maybe put 1 point into poison nova instead. So that's how I do it. 1 point arachnid assault or 3 points there. 1 point poison nova, 10 points miasma, 5 points spread of death, 5 points puppet master. Spiderlings, I mean, You could go for 1 point spider rings, but I don't think it's worth it. But yeah, you want the flamethrower car at least at tier 2, and you want the shotgun car. I'm not sure to what level, but you want it at least 1 level, and you want the shocking rounds at least 1 level. And you wanna get the skill that gives you extra damage for conductor skills. So I think that's the build car. The build train, you need that at tier 2 for the conductor bonus damage. And you want 65% damage to poison, stunt and swat. So that's tier 2 lantern flash. You want 1 point plus 2, so tier 1. But even if it's just 1 point, even if it's not tier 1, just 1 point into the dynamite busting charge. And I don't think I'm missing something. Oh yeah, you wanna get some points into spinning into hammer spin. So ideally you would max out hammer spin, but if you think you don't need the damage reduction, then you can just go for not maxing it out. I'm not going for physical damage, so I'm probably gonna save those for a Wobby. We need to save some stuff for Wobby. So it's saying go to Travel Point, talk to General Grey. Let's do it.
Oh yes, potions. I got those. See you next time.
Any good contract rewards? There have been so many nerfs to so many different things though. Did I get level 15? Still not.
Great job, recruit. You continue to exceed our expectations. But we can't stop now. We must discover what this mother is planning. Our only lead is a researcher we lost contact with several weeks ago. He spoke
Alright,
often
let's
of the
check
Netherlands,
Yannick.
but nobody paid him any mind. Now I wish we had kept him closer. Recruit, I need you to find him. He was last spotted.
And you're welcome, Felixes. Hope you enjoy this. Hope you enjoy the setup, the train setup. It's fun. It's definitely gonna give you a lot of DPS stuff. They still haven't fixed the voiceover volume of the cutscenes being too low. And cinematics.
Partner, I know the General was trying to keep it quiet, but the missing researcher? I'm pretty sure that's my father. Nobody knows more about the Netherland than him. Let's see if a local can point us in the right direction.
Alright, let's go here. Prepared some gear to get rid of. So I'm thinking of saving up some stuff for Wobies. For when I play again. Okay. Let's go level up again. It's gonna be a long few days of just grinding and leveling and doing new heroes over and over again. But at least that means less build videos. Oh, look at that. There's a book of infinitely spawning alpacas. That's an interesting book. I think they're constantly respawning. What the fuck? Oh, that's gotta be terrible for the performance of the server if it's constantly spawning alpacas.
And I'd like them back. In the meantime, I shall divine the location of your researcher.
Look at that!
You can't do that here.
And it shows them as enemies instead of allies.
Dearest Agatha, I hope I finally found you. I've just got to tell you how much I love your subarctic cold cream. It has done wonders for my complexion, I'll have you know. I have tried all the recipes in Glop, A Frontier Lifestyle Volume 1. I have to know, where's Volume 2? I can't wait for new recipes. Your
Right, I need to boost my defenses. I'm gonna try something, get some poison defense, shoulders. Strike up one more time. Oh no, I got helmet this time. Well, poison defense helmet. Might not be too bad of a choice. Let's see. How is my unholy bolt gonna suffer? It's losing 5% damage, which really isn't that big of a deal, but I'd rather have some more poison defense.
You can't cast that here.
Okay, let's just go for the quest. Doesn't seem to be this way. Oh, we got the waypoint, nice. I'm wondering how overpowered some of the Hivit will be on this difficulty. Right now, even green items are worth picking up. Come on. Wow, he still didn't die. Did my pet just kill it? I had 0 potions, so I had to kite. Wow, those are almost identical. Physical damage or crit chance? Well, I don't use physical damage right now, but I could save this. And Christopher De Leon says, I don't get the point of difficulty in this game if it doesn't increase XP or wood. I don't get it either. It's just for bragging rights. It's just to challenge yourself. The difficulty is completely optional. If you want bragging rights, choose it. If you don't choose it. If you want a higher challenge, some people are masochistic people and they wanna make it harder for themselves. So let them satiate their fetishes by playing on a harder difficulty. I personally don't feel the need to prove to anyone that I can do something on a certain difficulty. So yeah, it just doesn't feel good for me. But yeah, let me quickly clear the chat because of that bot. Oh, you're the third letter on YouTube. Alright. So yeah, I really don't see a reason for myself to play on harder difficulty, but I know some people want to. Some people want to punish themselves harder when they're playing a game. Some people just want a challenge. They feel bored when something's too easy. I'm exactly the opposite. I feel bored when something's too hard, and I just quit games because they end up becoming too hard sometimes. I mean, not too hard, but too time consuming. And when I'm progressing slowly and I don't feel my time is rewarded, I just don't play a game. If it's punishing me too severely and resetting my progress, because I play games for fun. I don't play games to get the opposite and to get the game to piss me off by being too difficult. I play games just to chill and have fun and experiment with different skills and different builds. And yeah, I understand how some people might want the opposite experience and would want something to be more difficult. Because different people, different preferences. It's always been like that. Some people play on hardcore. I just can't play hardcore. So just like that, I understand why someone would want more difficulty stuff. I'm not liking whitening barrier one bit, by the way. I'm just not liking it. Gonna have to save points for entropy as well. Your friend insists on the hardest. Well, he probably has his reasons, whatever those might be. I understand how some people just always want to play games on the hardest because, I don't know, something in their ego makes them want to play the hardest difficulty. Otherwise they don't feel sense of accomplishment or whatever. It could be. I'm not I don't have a degree in psychology, so I have no idea what goes in there, but I definitely know why I don't want to play on the hardest difficulty right now. I just don't feel rewarded for playing it. I don't feel motivated to play it, especially now that they made it so much unreasonable to play on the hardest difficulty with the last few changes they made to the enemies there. At least I don't feel that I'm missing out, so in a way it's good. In a way what they're doing is good, because if they're not rewarding me more for playing on the highest difficulty, I don't feel the need to, and that means I can just chew on the easiest difficulty, especially if they make the easiest difficulty even easier. Because right now I still take a lot of damage on this difficulty. I definitely do more damage, but they also do a lot of damage even on practice. Let's get the Sylvie Arouser. Ridiculous requires a lot of dodging, a lot of trying to not get hit, and yeah, there's a lot of bullet sponges as well. I mean, I'm seeing bullet sponges even on this difficulty. They've done something to the game that right now playing on practice feels slower than playing on ridiculous a couple of months ago. Not sure what they did to it. Whether they nerfed the Dusk Mage in general, but with Dusk Mage I used to have a much easier time playing the hardest difficulty than now on practice. I don't know what they've done. And now I even have things like extra passive damage, extra passive whitening damage. I've got things like Chaotic Strikes, which is such an overpowered skill damage wise, and even with that it's just not doable easily enough. You can see I'm even dying because the game's not dropping enough potions, even though I've got the item that supposedly gives me potion luck, and even with that item it's not dropping me enough potions to... Now I'm at 0 potions again. Oh, Wide Vault takes too long. I think Strong Tusk takes longer than Wide Vault because Strong Tusk has this immortality phase with the Pylons. You have to destroy those Pylons, and the Pylons are tougher than Strong Tusk himself. So I think probably Strong Tusk would take much longer than Wide Vault. At least for me that was the case. Strong Tusk took much longer to finish than Wide Vault.
Your life is slipping away. You can't use that skill.
Seriously, this didn't go through. Finally. I was on 4.1 HP. Finally got an HP potion to drop as well.
You feel much healthier.
Got some more defense stuff. .30 defense or the crit chance. Oh, by the way, they nerfed crit chance. Crit chance now cannot go over 40%. And here's the thing. Does it mean a hard cap of 40% would mean that this extra 10% crit chance for white skills, if I have 40% crit chance already, wouldn't work? I think that's how it is. At least that's how I understand it. So hard cap of crit chance to 40%. Something not many people would be happy about, but I understand now why that was needed. It was getting ridiculous when some people would max out their crit chance super high and then just focus on stacking 300% crit damage. Now you don't have to worry that much about crit chance, you can focus more on the crit damage and flat damage. And just I always thought that it was weird how you can get the crit chance to 100. It felt pretty weird. I'm used to games having caps on crit chance and crit damage. So I guess I was expecting this to come eventually before launch at some point. Probably gonna have to do a lot of respecking when I'm higher level, but for now I'm gonna be playing with chaotic strikes a lot, cause it's just a good damage low cost skill, chaotic strikes. And I can switch from a chaotic strikes build later to a different build once I level up a little.
You ready to spend? I'm ready to bet. Anytime.
Swamp's here. Alright, let's talk to her.
Use that skill.
You've returned, traveler. Yes, good, good. The one you seek awaits in the venomous nest. Beware, something sinister lurks in those depths.
What did I get? Got something blue, but I don't know. It wasn't this. Or was it? Yeah, it wasn't this. Oh, it was this one, the hand cannon. Felix is saying any difference in practice versus normal. Apparently things are easier on practice. I really haven't seen exactly what the difference is between practice and normal. But apparently they do less damage. I really haven't noticed the difference between practice and normal. Maybe practice might be booked and I could be taking more damage than I need to on practice. I could test on normal and see how much damage I would be taking there. Maybe they made practice to take as much as ridiculous by accident. It's entirely possible to be trolling people who are picking practice. I'm gonna keep some of the Wobby gear for outs for now. You never know what's gonna be needed. Oh, that was fire. Alright, let's make this physical then. Alright. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna go and change the difficulty. See if it's better on normal than practice. Maybe practice is bugged. We're gonna know soon enough. You don't get hit. What class are you playing to not get hit very often? Let's let them hit me a little. Well, I'm not getting even hit on this difficulty. I guess practice must have had something broken. Because on this difficulty they're not even hitting me as much. You're playing Sharpshooter, yeah, that's definitely a class that is much easier to level up early on. Targeted Strikes, if you're using it, is just so strong in the early levels and in the late levels. Targeted Strikes hopefully doesn't get nerfed, because I really love it as a skill to level up with. I'd much rather when using my late game builds see improvements to Onslaught. Right now Onslaught is super weak. Tight grouping is okay, but still weak. Heartseeker, I like it for auto-proccing, but not for using. What else was there from Precision? Oh, Explosive Arrow. I really don't like the mechanic of that skill. It's super slow traveling projectile. It does a lot of damage, but not really great. Yeah, targeted strikes is just amazing to use. I definitely don't see why someone wouldn't be using targeted strikes. Unless you're trying to just play something different and you're bored. I mean, I personally at one point didn't like targeted strikes because it was just boring. Everyone was using it and every build needed to use it, and I just wanted something that's not targeted strikes. But now, even if it's 1 point, I would include it in a build, because at least I've got SWATs now. I've got SWATs to put targeted strikes on it, and thankfully most of the relic skills are things that, for example, every relic has a skill on a cooldown. And then the big skill. And thankfully I figured out a way to set my skills to be useful. I can stretch my fingers up to 5, 6, 7, 8 easily. So I just decided to use thumb button ER, and it works perfectly with thumb button ER. And I just keep my long cooldown skills at the ER and number 4, and then my spam skills on left click, thumb button and 1, 2. And spacebar for mobility. I figured out a very nice way to play for myself. I was fearing that having too many SWATs would be kind of hard to control, but with enough respecting or rebinding of the keys, it's not bad. And I like it how every relic gives me that big activation and that cooldown skill that I just don't use as often. And that means I can, even on shitty builds that are not using targeted strikes, I can at least get targeted strikes as 1 point. I can get it as 1 point and just use it along with the other skills. I'm still taking a lot of damage, man. I'm still taking a lot of damage from those poison fields. They still need a nerf, so I guess it's not regarding whether I'm on normal or practice. It seems like I'm taking the same amount of damage here compared to the other difficulty. Some things in the game are just a ton of damage. That's how they are. Like this one, it almost killed me for like a second or so. Oh, and now I have no potions. Amazing.
The Imperial researcher has been spying on my Hivid colony for weeks. This is unacceptable. His capture was long overdue.
Level up.
Alright, Spindy. Wow, is she spamming the same skill over and over again, really? Why is the boss spamming the same skill? This is just too much.
You feel healthy again.
This is gonna be a shitty fight. Very shitty fight without potions. But I don't know why I'm not getting potions. I've got the item that makes me have 50% more potion luck, and yet I constantly have no potions. And the boss is spamming the same skill over and over again without a cooldown, which is total BS.
You can't cast that spell here. Your life is slipping away.
I'm just playing a bullet hell right now.
You have died.
Seriously.
You feel better. You can't cast that here. You're hurt.
Alright, at least I got some potions. I feel like I'm playing on something harder than ridiculous, even though I was playing on practice earlier. Now I'm on normal. Not sure what's happening with my hero to be taking this much damage.
That spell can't be cast. You are near death.
How is this even possible to take this much damage from everything?
You can't cast that here. You have perished.
Really?
You're refreshed. You are dying.
Come on.
You feel refreshed.
I mean, I do decent damage, but look at how much I'm taking per hit. Now I've got 54% damage reduction. How is this even? I have 54% damage reduction from defense, and yet I get 2 shot. I've never had this much damage reduction in this part of the game this early. Usually I would be around 20-30% damage reduction, maybe 14 if I'm not well geared. So 54% damage reduction against poison, and yet I was getting spanked left and right like a fucking ragdoll. This is fuck logic, that kind of moment. Okay, I'm gonna go to 64% damage reduction. Let's see if that helps. Oh man. I'm not sure what's happening there. I mean,
Thank you,
obviously it's broken in a way.
Almost made a morsel out of me. Ooh, let's hurry.
Imagine not having resists. Yeah, and welcome back, Hixie. Welcome back. Nice to see you again, Hixie. What have you been playing? What have you been playing recently, Jude? I'm gonna go to the next zone and then switch back to practice to see if it's gonna be any different. But yeah, I don't know, I'm taking just too much damage. Let's see. See, 2 hits and I'm down to 1/3 of my HP. So 3 hits is what I can handle from those. With 64% damage reduction. Yeah, cause fuck logic.
You can't cast that here.
Right, let's go find the next waypoint checkpoint. You've been playing Dying White, interesting. Busy slaying zombies. Christopher DeLeon says you must try. What are you referring to? Try this out on sharpshooter. Do you mean the boss I was just doing? Let me know if you're taking as much damage as I am. When you reach this boss. By the way, how many people are playing the game right now? Let me check the Steam charts. 797 in game. Wow, there have been a lot of people watching on Twitch. 532 people on Twitch for at some point today. Must have been some big streamer streaming. Interesting. Alright, let me go back. Let me go back to character selection and just change the difficulty. Oh, Riker is streaming it. Alright, that makes sense. That makes sense. I've watched him stream the game once, gave him some tips. Gave him some tips. He's one of my favorite Diablo content creators though.
Thank you again, adventurer. I hope I can
I used to watch him and Butchet back in the day when I was playing Diablo, and I loved their content and their builds and stuff like that. Although I guess everyone was doing almost exactly the same builds on Diablo, but that's how Diablo 3 is. Diablo 3 is basically everyone doing exactly the same build and just competing for stats and Paragon levels. When you look at the leaderboards, everyone is doing the same thing. Let's get damage for chaotic strikes.
and snuff it out. There's not much time before the new queen hatches. Once you've eliminated the Hived threat, we can figure out what to do about the Netherim.
Anytime.
And the pro tips from the Stray Club.
Take off your hands. See you next time.
I mean, he obviously didn't have much experience with the game back then. I think it was when the sharpshooter got released or something like that. And he just was wondering certain things, and I wouldn't mind clarifying those things. But he's one of my favorite Diablo content creators.
Transcontinental migration proved correct. We may be facing
He seems like a genuinely cool person. I don't know him, but I think if I did know him, he would be that cool guy that everyone gets along with. And yeah, I like he tried a lot of ARPGs. I mean, all of those people, all of those content creators that are streaming one massive game, dabble in different games because it's their job. It's their job to be trying different games. For me, it's the same. I try to stream and check different games when I can. It's just for me, I've got restrictions. I can't afford to try as many games as they do right now. And I don't even have the time to be trying that many games all of the time. I mean, sometimes I would rather stick to one game and make builds for one game, and then whenever I feel like I've got time, like a breathing room, I would go and test something different. I'm kind of disappointed that Wilson turned out the way it did, even after that patch few weeks ago. Really disappointing patch. Was expecting to spend more time playing it, but we'll see. There's been a lot of disappointment with this patch in Torchlight. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. There's a lot of things I don't like that they changed, mostly to the difficulties and to itemization and the drop rates and everything. It just feels wrong. It feels like they're trying to make this game be a game for tryhards and not as appealing to the casual player base. It's like they're trying to be like the difficult games like Path of Exile and Last Epoch, instead of trying to just be a more casual experience. And I understand why, because everyone that was saying this game is bad was saying because it's too easy, because it's not challenging enough, because it lacks this and that the other games have. And they're trying to just please the masses. Pleasing the masses means becoming more like the other games that the masses are used to playing. It could be a good thing for the game, it could be a bad thing. We'll see how it is, but I'm not liking one bit how it feels right now to level up in the game, even on the easiest difficulty. By the way, is anyone watching Riker right now to tell me what class he's playing? I'm wondering what he went for. I'm gonna guess and say he went for sharpshooter. I'm gonna guess, and because just I'm seeing which videos of mine people are watching more, and when it comes to my builds, people are choosing to watch the sharpshooter builds mostly, and I think sharpshooter is probably the most popular class right now, based on my personal experience from my content. And the second most popular probably is the Dusk Mage. The least popular seems to be Forged, as it is expected. I mean, I kind of always felt like he's the least played hero anyways. He's on Realm Master, that's actually pretty nice. It's pretty nice. And is it a Summoner Realm Master or is it a Slammer? What kind of Realm Master? Realm Master with what relic maybe would be the better choice rather than what skill tree? Realm Master's pretty strong now on the Bane. It's probably the meta setup, the Bane train Realm Master, with focus on the cars rather than the summons. Oh, he's in a group of 3. Well, I would like to play in a group of 3 because things would be much faster. I mean, we're gonna be buffing each other. By the way, that reminds me, if anyone wants to level up together, now is the perfect time to group up. I've got like another hour or so of streaming and playing. And it's so boring to level up solo in this game. I can't bear it. I can't bear to level up right now. I don't want to rage quit the game, but it's making me rage quit it due to this this annoyingly slow leveling up speed. The slow progression. I'm trying to test new stuff. Well, I enjoyed this game. I just don't enjoy leveling up, but I wanna level up and enjoy the things that I do normally in this game. The thing is, it takes a while to reach the skills I want to use. I enjoy the part when I'm farming endgame stuff after completing the story. I enjoy. Completing the story in this game is the part I just don't enjoy, and I wish there were ways to create heroes just for endgame, kind of like the cheat NPCs in the test server. I mean, look at Diablo and look at Wolsen and look at other games where you can make endgame only heroes. Even in Grim Dawn, you have an option to get a specific item from the from the desert, that allows you to skip certain things, to skip the story and just go and grab your devotions, and then you're done. Then you can just level up and do Shattered Realms and things like that. Even games like Grim Dawn have made it easier to make endgame only heroes. But the problem is, I've just played this game so much, I've leveled so many heroes. This is why it's boring for me to do it. And now, if the game is just this badly balanced, that even on practice I'm constantly dying and having problems on one of the stronger classes with one of the stronger relics. I'm not burning myself out of the game, I'm burning myself out of the story, and I've burnt myself out of the story in the alpha. back in the alpha, probably close to a year ago, I burnt myself of the story, because the story and the leveling process is one of the worst I've seen in the game. The way how you're forced to do certain quests and how boring they are, and how you have to constantly travel back and forth, and just not that fun. And the leveling up speed, now that they nerfed it, not having enchantments early on in the game is a big blow to your damage and defenses. But look at that, I've got again 0 potions, of course. I've got 62% resistance, and yet
You are wounded.
62% damage resistance, and yet I just can't do stuff. I can't kill stuff even with that much resistance.
That spell can't be cast.
Hixie, doesn't everyone need that? I think everyone needs that. Also, gin and tonic. I don't like gin. I like tonic, but I don't like gin.
Your struggles
I'd much rather drink wine or whiskey or beer. Yeah, I love myself some good scotch or some good beer or some good wine, but definitely not gin.
that here.
I'd much rather drink my tonic without ruining the taste with gin. And just like before, I'm stuck on this map on Psora and not being able to complete her. So I'm gonna do some map works for levels. I need to do some map works for levels, cause I'm just under leveled. With the nerf to XP, it's even harder now. With the nerf to XP, you end up getting out leveled by your content all the time. Before I was level 18 on 21, now I'm level 17 on this 21. And before I was rushing much more when I was playing my sharpshooter on the test realm.
Your struggles are over.
Really.
Your pet has arrived.
I'm gonna have to squeeze this map works dry. Now what's here? Maybe some more enemies. Yeah, there we go, some more XP.
You can't use that skill. You can't cast that here.
But yeah, if the private server was up, I would have been playing on it, but they've disabled this. They disabled the test servers. Most likely they won't enable them anymore until like it's time for some big changes again to be tested. So we'll see how it goes. I really hope they re-enable the test servers for people who just don't want to do all the grinding again until the game launches.
Cast that here.
And this Conjure Electrode seemed like such an underwhelming skill. This one here, Conjure Electrode. And the worst part about it is the casting speed is at tier 3. So it really isn't that great for a mage to get it until you have skill points to invest all the way to the end. You're not gonna see a big boost until you max it out on a mage. You have some real hot weather. Nice. I know that sometimes in the UK there's those heat waves, and then you see people in all the parks, in all the parks everywhere, people sunbathing and enjoying the hot weather. You see children running around fountains and people with beer bellies sunbathing everywhere. In my country, at least in my city, not in my country, just in my city, it's been kind of raining, thunderstorms and stuff every now and then warm weather, and then for a bit some more rain, then again warm weather. Whereas on the seaside, it's kind of almost always warm and almost no rain during the summer in our seaside. I guess my city is in a shitty spot.
You feel much healthier.
But I guess sometimes it's nice to have some bit of rain, because when it gets too warm, it's hard to sleep and breathe from the scorching heat. Why am I... How? How is the poison trap one-shotting me on practice with 62% defense versus poison? There's something sketchy going on. I don't know what, but there's definitely something sketchy going on. There's something seriously sketchy. I mean, how with 64% defense versus the primary element, I am getting one shot by the stupid poison traps in the map. This is just unacceptable. I don't know what's happening with the game. How much more damage reduction do I need to get to not get one shot by those traps? And the worst part is even if I stop playing Torchlight 3 for a few days, I don't have anything else I wanna play right now. That's the worst part. If I had something else, I wouldn't mind taking a break for a few days, but I use it. I use God's Beard Guof. I fucking use it. See, I've got it equipped.
Your pet
Why don't I've been using it since level 3 or 5 or whatever. I equipped it at one point. And this is I don't know, man. Something's happening. The game doesn't like me today at all. It must be something happening. Maybe they messed up and made the poison do much more damage than it needs to. Maybe my hero is bugged and I'm wearing something that's glitching me. I have no idea, really. I have no idea what's happening. Maybe switching between the different servers today made my game files bug. I don't know. I was switching between test server and the regular server just to see if the test server works. And that could have caused it. I mean, I really have no idea, but it's not just that. The monsters by themselves do shit tons of damage. Maybe it's practice, maybe it isn't. I played on normal, it was the same stuff. I was getting 1-2 shot on normal as well. So, I don't know. It's really bad right now. I've never had this much of a bad experience with this game for over a year of me playing it, so no idea what's happening. Yesterday it was fine. I mean, yesterday you saw me playing. I didn't have much trouble. So did they do a mini patch today and change something? And I do okay damage, the problem is they do a lot as well.
You gained a level.
Your pet is fleeing.
I feel like I'm playing what's its name? A bullet hell right now.
You have reached your
Really?
You feel better.
This is just this is just I tried to teleport and my hero didn't want to teleport. I pressed spacebar.
You can't do that here.
I should go back to Holy Bolt instead of using Unholy.
You can't use that skill.
Can't wait to get Entropy and see if I'm gonna have some better experience with the damage there.
That spell can't be cast. Your pet has returned.
You're making character to rush to this area and test damage on normal. Okay, interesting, interesting. Let me know how it is with you. I mean, I tried earlier. I tried earlier on normal, and you saw me not seeing much of a difference.
You can't cast that here. You've reached your end.
Come on, game, why? Why? I've been asking myself so many times today why by reading the patch notes. There are so many things in the patch notes that make no sense to me, as that I don't see the reason behind the changes. so many whys when I made my videos today, the overview of the patch notes. What I think is going to get nerfed soon, probably the minion damage buff, or maybe the trains buff. I don't know. Train minion damage build would be very strong if built the right way, in such a way where it could be super easy to push with that one if you want to be pushing. The Fazier's dungeon, you would just be running around and the train would be killing stuff. So they're either gonna nerf Miasma, or they're gonna nerf the damage of the train cars. Or maybe they wouldn't, maybe they would just let it be a strong overpowered build for a while. We'll see. People don't report overpowered stuff a lot of the times, so until someone reports this, I haven't played it to be able to report it properly, but it's pretty obvious that it would be strong from my other experience with how much it buffs my summons and how much damage my pets do without the buff, my trains do without the buff. I think certain things need to be buffed, not nerfed. The Flaming Destroyer Firestorm right now with that 4-second cooldown really needs to be changed. First, it does less damage than Thunderstrike. Second, it has a 4-second cooldown, which even shouldn't be there. And yeah, either increase the chance and leave it at 45% weapon damage, but remove the cooldown, or remove the cooldown and leave the same chance and just bump the damage to 100% from 45 on Firestorm to make it in line with the Electrode and Thunderstrike. What is this shit? I'm getting two-handed weapons with less damage than my one-handed. Let's see this. Okay, I've got some contract rewards to collect. Now we're gonna be back to Psora, I think. Or will we? I'm still not high level enough to do Psora. You didn't watch the patch notes. Well, yeah, there were definitely a lot of things in the patch notes that just didn't right now. With my WoW damage, everything has respawned now.
You are wounded. You can't cast that spell here. It's a trap.
Okay, okay. But one of the major changes you would notice in this patch is crit chance is capped at 40%. So you can't go more than 40% crit chance. That's a hard cap. So anything after 40% crit chance is an overkill.
You are gravely wounded.
How am I gonna beat this enemy if he barely takes damage?
You can't
And
cast
I
that
take a
spell
lot
here.
of damage. I'm gonna do this. One more map works map. I'm still under leveled. I need a new weapon. I need more resistance. I guess 64% poison resistance is not enough to beat practice. I understand why they hard capped crit. It always felt weird to me why crit was never capped. Games normally cap crit chance and crit damage, so I was expecting this to get capped eventually before launch. I was surprised it took them this long to put a cap on crit chance. It's weird when you crit every single hit. It doesn't feel like critical when it's happening every hit. I actually agree with this change. Now I don't feel bad anymore when I'm not stacking as much crit chance. And I think it's nice. It's forcing people to get more flat damage and to max out crit damage rather than trying to get 100% crit chance. It definitely feels weird when every hit you do is a critical. Especially on classes like Sharpshooter, it felt overpowered.
Can't cast that here.
It's max 40 hard cap. They're saying hard cap. Diablo 3 has no cap, and I don't like that Diablo 3 has no cap on critical. It feels boring not having a cap on critical. Ghost Visage is 50%. I think Ghost Visage needs to get reworked now. That's exactly what I was saying in my video today. That now that they've hard capped crit at 40%, they probably need to replace the crit bonus on Ghost Visage to something different, because it makes no sense to give you 50%. I mean, even with evasion, right now on the Fire Relic you can get a ton of evasion when the limit of evasion is 40%. You can get, just from 2 skills you can get 65. I guess they're still tweaking, figuring stuff out, seeing what works, what doesn't. I mean, if they get a lot of negative feedback about the changes, they probably might revert it. But I think I for once really agree with this nerf. Now that 15% crit chance buff from the pet, if you have enough crit chance in your gear, you can probably go for movement speed. Or you can just keep that 15% from the pet and just don't get as much crit chance from your items.
You can't use that skill.
No, Ghost Visage used to give you 50% on top. So if you had 50% and you used Ghost Visage before, you would have 100% crit chance. That's how it worked before. Only two precision skills though. For example, when I had like 30-40% crit chance and I used Ghost Visage, I would almost never miss a crit back then. They haven't specified exactly how the hard cap would work, but I'm assuming hard cap means it can't go more than 40%, regardless what sources. The same wood quality is hard capped at 100, regardless how much you get from items and from maps and stuff. You can't go more than 100% gear work. I think the same is happening with the crit chance now. It's not bad text though. I mean, back in the day it was doing exactly what it says on the text of Ghost Visage, giving you 50% crit chance to precision skills. That's how it was. But now with the cap being at 40, people would really get confused of that skill. And I'm gonna make a prediction and say they're gonna change Ghost Visage within the next rebalancing pass. Let's see if that ends up happening. I mean, it makes sense. It makes sense to now rework the skill. Unless they make it to now give you the crit chance on top of the cap, which would be great, and it would really make it worth it. See, with fire I've got 28% resistance, unlike the poison 60%, and I still take less damage. So it could be something with the second frontier getting a little bit overpowered. Because in this frontier I've got less resistance and yet I take less damage than the other one, and I've got less than half of the resistance I had from the poison frontier. I mean, getting one shot at 64% poison resistance from a poison trap didn't feel nice. It doesn't want to drop me electrical damage stuff. That's the weirdest part of it all. Bad RNG. No room for potions, really? By testing it, you would say it's already plus the cap. Alright, so they probably left Ghost Visage to work like it used to work before. That's actually great news for Ghost Visage. Very great news for Ghost Visage. That it's still adding on top of the cap. So then they worded badly the patch notes, because they're saying hard cap, but that's not really a hard cap if the skill still gives you crit chance on top of it. And that's good news for sharpshooters, because I like playing sharpshooters, and my next build probably would be sharpshooter after this one. I wanna do the cold sharpshooter probably, or the fire, we'll see. I've already done Bane, I've already done Bleeding. And since people are mostly watching my sharpshooter content, the next build would definitely have to be sharpshooter. I'm just paying attention to what people are watching, and I already have two builds for the Realm Master. I've got 2 builds for the Forge, 2 builds for the sharpshooter, just 1 build for the mage, so this one needs to be mage. And after that I'm probably gonna start again with the sharpshooter. I'm wondering if they fixed the golem nuke, if the golem now does damage and if snowstorm does damage. But yeah, it is 3 times. It is 3 times before you need to use it again, unless you have a certain item that makes it 4 times. If you get that item that gives you 4 charges of the Ghost Visage buff, it's pretty good. That means you can use 4 times targeted strikes before the next Ghost Visage. It's 1 time? That's pretty highly nerfed if they made it 1 time. Is every adventurer buff for you right now only 1 time? Do you have any other adventurer skills to test it? Like goblins or goose or scout's bones, just to see if everyone has been changed to be just 1 time. Because that's a pretty terrible nerf to that mechanic. Pretty terrible nerf. I think the whole adventurer skill mechanic needs to be changed. And first they need to be able to stack together, and second they still need to be 3 like before. Well, they must have been experimenting with some changes that never made it to the test realm. On the test realm I never had this problem with just 1 charge of the crits. They must have been waiting for some nerfs to get approved, and they never got approved before it was time for launch. We never tested them on the test realm. I would have noticed this. Okay, if you use sacrifice and you see symbol for 3 shots. So over here at the bottom you're seeing the buff 3 times. Is that what you mean? You have to pay attention to the buff bar. Don't pay attention at the reward. Just look at the buff bar. On the buff bar you're gonna be able to see how many times you've got left to use the adventurer thingy. It could be just a visual buff. You're right, it could be just a visual buff. But if it's giving you the stacks, if you're getting the crits, it could as well just be a nerf. I mean, what does the description say? Does the description on Ghost Visage say 3 times? Or does the description say 1 time? If you read the skill description, it should tell you how many times that is. It could be some sort of a bug and not an intended mechanic.
You can't cast that.
I'm gonna respec Conjure Electrode is disappointing, so I'm gonna spec out of it. I think Conjure Electrode would be good if I have 10 points, so at the high levels, at the early levels, it seems very underwhelming. Probably for attack speed builds, for basic attack builds it might be nice, but for cast builds you really need the level 10 bonus. And it's not fair to casting builds how they made you put 10 points into the skill to benefit from it, but where if you're doing an attack speed build, you only need tier 1 bonus, which is 3 points into the skill.
Can't carry anymore.
Come on. Let's see. Electric. I wanna check my DPS with it. 91. Alright, we're getting an increase in DPS here. I need a spec into white skills. Probably gonna get rid of that crit chance. But I'm not gonna be critting if I get rid of it. I really don't have crit chance right now. Okay. Am I done with this map? I think I've cleared it completely. Let's go grab the boss, I guess. Pet, do you have a new skill? Oh, 2 new skills. Oh, and I've got the crit chance aura. There we go. There we go. Now I can get rid of this and get more defense, maybe. We'll see. So, do you know how the effect of rupture looks like? It's like a butt explosion. It's like if you hit the enemy, there's like butt everywhere from the character. So imagine a bubble, a blood bubble bursting. And it's the part of the burst. You don't see the bubble, you just see the bursting blood in left or right from the target you're hitting. Yeah, I was drinking water, so I put my microphone up. But yeah, it's like imagine a bubble, a sphere, and then put the enemy inside this sphere, and then imagine the bubble bursting, and that's what it would look like. Except you don't see the bubble, you just see the burst. That's what Rupture looks like. At least that's what it used to look like before. I've not invested into it now, after the patch. I don't think they changed the animation. I mean, it was a nice animation, I really liked it before. But yeah, you're gonna see some burst drops from the left and the right side of the enemy.
Your life is slipping away.
Let's see. By the way, tomorrow I need to wake up early and go to another part of the town. But yeah, as soon as I return, I'm probably gonna start streaming around noon, afternoon. Because I'm not planning on making a video. I'm probably gonna make a video for the relics, for every relic eventually when I have them leveled up. Just like I've got videos for every class showcasing all of the skills. I'm probably gonna make that, but that's gonna require me leveling up multiple heroes on each relic. So for example, I'm gonna need 2 heroes on Bane, 2 heroes on Electrode, or 1 hero but with a lot of spectacles, because I wanna get level 10. I wanna show you level 10 Walk Away Storm, level 10 Chaotic Strikes, level 10 Whitening Barrier, level 10 Conjure Electrode. Let's say I can use some of the footage from my old builds of the things that I already had at level 10. But there's a lot of things I still never tested at level 10 to show you. The bug is that every arrow of targeted strikes counts. Probably, yeah, that probably is the bug with targeted strikes. Won't be surprised if that's it. Maybe they made it for nerfing reasons with targeted strikes. Because it's a very strong skill regardless. You don't have another skill. I'm waiting to get 20 for entropy. Alright, let's go back to the hatchery and finally get Psora. I think if I'm 20 and have entropy, Psora shouldn't be that much of a trouble to take on. What? What was I taking so much damage? I'm gonna have to unspec my chaotic strikes, not chaotic strikes, my electrode, conjure electrode, and I need to put the points into Walk Away Storm. Just 1 point, but it's still gonna be better to spend it there. Pet, why don't you go sell?
That spell can't be cast.
Come on, I hope I get enough XP before her. I just need like 100 more XP.
You're close to dying. You can't cast that spell here.
It's one of the OP modifiers, the city can't.
The hatchery is a fascinating place. They nurture their young and protect them until they're ready for
Pet has
battle.
arrived.
Come on. Alright, getting there, getting close to that level up. I'm trying to save as many potions as I can for Sora, so I don't end up going down to 0 potions again. I mean, I'm already 2 levels higher than before, and if I get Entropy, it should be a little bit easier to deal with her.
Cast that spell here.
Z DPS? Does that mean 0 DPS? What does Z DPS mean, Hixie? No, not Hixie, Fat Wee Wee 420. I'm on practice. I'm actually doing. If I were on ridiculous, I would be doing 30% of my current damage. So if this seems low, keep in mind if I was on ridiculous, it would have been even worse. But my problem is not with my damage; it's with how much damage I take with the amount of resistances I've got. 61% resistance. And I still get 2-3 shots. The damage is bad. I really need to remove Unholy Bolt and get Holy Bolt. After Psora, although I don't have much time left today. But yeah, I will do that finally. Finally. I'm actually gonna get this. Ah! Leave me alone. So Unholy Bolt seems to be buggy. It's doing just not much damage. Now I really need mana regen. I really need two more celestial pieces. I need the gauntlets. If I had the gauntlets, that's 200% damage. The biggest DPS boost to a mage is the celestial gauntlets. If I had the gauntlets, the chest and the helmet, or the helmet and maybe the chest in the legendarium, things would have been much more different. But yeah, right now the damage is not gonna be great. Alright, let's do it like this. It's not like I'm gonna be using the conjure. Oh, this is a huge boost. This is a huge boost. Just look at the damage now. Yeah. Alright, I needed that sword badly. I think I can probably dupe Sora now. Sky Laser, do you mean this one? This one is definitely the highest DPS. I'm definitely spamming it. The problem is it requires energy, so I can't spam it all the time. I didn't want to make this build cheesy mayhem build, but I'm gonna have to make it a cheesy mayhem build for leveling up and then respec into something different afterwards. Well, some people might not want Spectral Spider in their build. Keep that in mind. You might want to be going for a Miasma build, and that means you could probably do one Spectral Spider and then focus on Miasma, or you can just spam Spectral Spider, so you can just spam Venomous Maw. There's builds that would consider spamming Venomous Maw the better option. There's definitely more than just one build. There's builds that would not use Spectral Spider. Although I really like it myself. Alright, let's go kill some stuff. Uh-huh. Oh, that's okay. That's okay. Nice legendary drop at this time is pretty nice. Look at that poison defense. Now if I use this, I can go to 66 poison defense. Why am I losing poison Look at this bug! Look at this bug! I'm getting less damage reduction with more defense. How is this even a thing? Can someone explain what is happening? Look at my defense here. 1480, that's 68% damage prevented. Then with 1655, it's it's 66% damage prevented. Uh, no, that's just wow. Just wow. Unless it takes the block chance into the damage prevented formula, then I don't know. I don't know what to think of it. The things I'm finding out, are just amazing me sometimes.
It's a trap.
I'm gonna unspec that point from Unholy Bolt later. Or maybe keep it, but we'll see. For now I don't think I need it. I'm gonna need it later for damage, but
You can't cast that.
you'll see how that goes. Bot Drinker is amazing, especially Drain. Drain is my #1 favorite skill in the game right now. From all the new relic skills that were added with this patch that didn't exist before, Drain is my #1. I love it. I can't wait to do Dusk Mage Drain build.
You can't cast that spell here.
Let's try Conjure Electrode, by the way. Let's see how that would work. Okay. We got this one. I'm actually gonna, even after my stream ends, I'm probably gonna keep playing for a little longer. But I'm gonna have to end the stream as soon as I turn in this quest. Because it's 30 minutes past midnight and I really have to kind of wake up early. And it's normally until the time I stream. Ooh, this is actually a pretty nice one, if only it was electric. But yeah, thanks Truckweb for watching, and there will be more tomorrow. Tomorrow my stream's most likely gonna start earlier than today, probably around noon, afternoon, Eastern European time. So keep that in mind. That's I'm 2 hours ahead of UK, and I'm probably gonna start around 1-2 in the afternoon tomorrow. So that's gonna be around noon UK time. So thanks again for watching. There's gonna be more again. Keep it cool until next time, and goodbye.